What's up, guys? Thank you again for joining me for bobK0T0R's Gaming News. Today, I bring you the Ouya, Saints Row, and TItanFall. Let's jump right in. Starting things right off with the Ouya. The Ouya was the Android home gaming console that was supported on Kickstarter last year, promising backers that it would get a console sent with them in March of 2013. Mind you, looking at the date right now, it's the end of June, and they still don't have them yet. And Ouya released in stores on June 25th. The stores got them before the Kickstarter backers did. Needless to say, the backers are pissed, and for valid reason. Now, the president of Ouya, Julie Ehrman, had recently posted a blog post titled, "Gonna Fix This," saying that she was very pissed about the incident so far, that blaming the Chinese distributor, who was supposed to have sent out the Kickstarter backer consoles back in May, had yet to do so. Now, up to this point in time, those consoles have been shipped, but leaving Chinese customs into the US or wherever is going to take about another month. So needless to say, the backers aren't going to be too pleased even when they get the console. Now, I'm hoping "Gonna Fix This," as titled in her blog post, means that they're going to get something for all this time that they had to wait. Whether it be free games, a credit on the store, who knows. Hopefully they get something more out of it than just getting their system late. So, in spite of this, Ouya has tripled its customer service team, and I'm probably thinking they're going to need it, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully those backers get their consoles soon, though. Next, moving on into Saints Row 4. Now, mind you, this game isn't even out yet, and it's already being banned in certain countries. In this case, though, Australia. Now, mind you, it's not as surprising that Australia is banning it, considering they've done this with a lot of more mature games, but most people figured that would die down with the introduction of the R18+ rating, similar to the United States' M for mature. But they still have banned Saints Row 4, which they were quoted to ban it for using drugs as incentives or rewards for the player, and having implied sexual violence which wasn't clarified by the context. Now, that last part, from what I've been able to find out, seems that it's all based off of a alien probing scene. I'm just going to let that one sit there for a moment so you can digest that one. And now Volition and Deep Silver, the publisher, have already come out and said they're going to do their best to find ways to work around or cover up these particular scenes so that Australian gamers can still play Saints Row 4, which I hope they'll be able to do on release and not have to delay it for Australia, considering Saints Row 4, although to me probably a bit too crazy for my liking, is looking pretty good regardless. And for a final bit of news, I bring you EA and Respawn Entertainment's TItanFall. Now, the reason why I bring up TItanFall today is the fact that it was recently announced that they're not going to have a single-player campaign. Now, I'm not exactly on board with the idea, but Respawn Entertainment's head, Vince Zampella, at least went into detail as to why, saying that huge teams of developers spend 6 months or more making these campaign modes for all the players to enjoy, and players run through it in about 8 minutes. So why should a team that's filled with about 60 people make a campaign for that extent of time when they can just put that much more effort in the multiplayer? Which does make a whole lot of sense, as he went on further to say that once that kind of thing happens, you end up splitting your teams into two. The single-player game and the multiplayer game end up becoming almost completely different products, similar to what happened to like Spec Ops: The Line back last year. So it's understandable the direction they went in, but still the game will feel kind of lacking to me. Hopefully the multiplayer is enough to make up for it, although it did look really, really good at E3, even winning some awards saying Best of E3. So I think TItanFall will be fine. I'm going to end up getting it eventually, as I'm not going to get an Xbox One right when it comes out, but it'll definitely be on the list for me. And that's all the time I got for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you have any thoughts about the topics I talked about today, feel free to leave a comment down below. Feel free to like the video or subscribe as well. But have a great day, guys. I'll see you next time.